YouTube, how we doing, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new episode. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. We are playing NBA 2K, and as you could probably tell, we are in fact adding an expansion team into 2K25. Now, I know that this game is near the end of its life cycle, and that's okay because I'm very excited for the next game and very excited for what we can do with the next game. But for now, we are adding an expansion team to the NBA. And you might be asking, why in the world would we add an expansion team to the NBA? Recently, my family took a trip to St. Louis. We got to see Busch Stadium, we got to see the Blues Arena, and we got to see St. Louis City SC's training facility and stadium. And I thought, you know what this city's missing? A basketball team. We need to add a basketball team to St. Louis. So that's exactly what we are doing in today's video. Now, I've already taken the liberty of setting everything up here. So we're just going to go ahead and dive into this expansion draft. I did add a team into the Eastern Conference just so that there's parity. So we added St. Louis into the Western Conference and we added Virginia into the Eastern Conference. I'm going to just go ahead and simulate this entire draft, and then I'm going to rebuild Sim 1 season and see if we can win a championship in just 1 year. I don't think it's going to happen, but we're going to see if we can do it. All right, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and simulate this entire draft. Simulate the rest of the draft, and let's just go see who we got. All right, so we ended up with, all right, not bad. So we got OG Anunoby, Jalen Duren, DeJounte Murray, Michael Porter, Bradley Beal. That's pretty cool. Bradley Beal was a guy that I wanted to get just because of his, St. Louis ties. I also thought it'd be really cool to try and get Jason Tatum in this video. I don't think that's going to happen. Brandon Miller. Dude, we got a pretty solid squad here. I'm not going to lie. We might be able to make some actual trades that could make some cool things happen. So here's what we're going to do. First order of business. We got to go hire the greatest coach of all time. We're getting rid of Coach Mack. Don't even know who that guy is. We're going to go hire Michael Stauffer. If you play NBA 2K at all, you know who Michael Stauffer is and you understand why we just did that. So we just hired Michael Stauffer. Now let's go over here, coach game plan. Honestly, it's a decent squad. Like, we're a legit 9-10 players deep. So I'm gonna go see what we can find on the trade market for these guys, and I'll show you if anything's interesting. All right, so I think this might be our first big splash here. We found a Damian Lillard trade, and I'm thinking I can trade for Damian Lillard and get rid of OG Anunoby and his big contract. And I would be losing Jalen Duren, but I think we can find a different center that's going to actually help us out a lot. So we're going to go ahead and trade OG Anunoby for Damian Lillard. Then we're going to go in here and we're going to see what we can find for DeJounte Murray, because now we've got Damian Lillard, or maybe we keep DeJounte Murray as our backup point guard. Maybe that's the play. See, I like this because then Tyler Hero can play the 2. So yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go right up here to our roster and do a quick edit for Tyler Hero. All right, so we're going to make Tyler Hero a shooting guard, backup point guard. Confirm changes. Now it looks like Tyler Hero, Damian Lillard, small forward is Michael Porter Jr. I don't love that, but I think we can get something for Michael Porter Jr. and maybe we could even make Brandon Miller a small forward. Let's see what Brandon Miller's overall does if you make him a small forward. Yeah, he goes up by 2. So we're making Brandon Miller a small forward. I'm not saying that Brandon Miller is safe, but now that his overall is up by 2, he might be, a little bit more valuable to some other teams out there. So Michael Porter Jr. is making a lot of money though. So let's try and get him off of the books. Now we're looking for centers. We need a good center because we did just trade Jalen Duren. I think I'm going to go get Daniel Gafford. Or do we just do this trade for John Collins and then try and flip John Collins just because his overall is better? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to flip John Collins. I mean, honestly, John Collins might be our best power forward. So let's see if we can do something crazy here, like something like this. Let's just go see what kind of stuff we can get, and then I'll update you here in a minute. See, like this right here. We just brought in Bobby Portis. Now we're going to go flip Bobby Portis and get Walker Kessler. And now Walker Kessler is going to be our starting center. Although he's not safe. I mean, let's be completely honest. He's not safe because somebody comes knocking for Walker Kessler, I'm not going to turn him away. You know, I'm going to listen to offers. If there's something out there that's worth doing, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't love Spencer Dinwiddie as my backup point guard, but honestly, at the end of the day, like, he's a 79 overall. He's making no money at all, and he'll be fine behind Damian Lillard, because Dame's probably going to play most of the minutes, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. Now let's go see what we can get for Brandon Miller and a future first. Brandon Miller and a future first. All right, I'm not seeing anything here as far as the Brandon Miller trade goes. So, I mean, I like what we've got. We got Dame and Spencer Dinwiddie, and then we got Tyler Hero and Brad Beal. I mean, I hate to do it to him because it's St. Louis, but do we think about trading Brad Beal? Like, if we do Brad Beal and this first round pick, can we get something interesting for Brad Beal in a first round pick? Like, I mean, this is a no-brainer, right? Mikal Bridges is younger, he's better, and we get a backup center. Yeah, 100% we're doing this. I'm sorry, Bradley Beal. I know that, you know, St. Louis is your hometown, but we had to do it to you. I'm sorry, but it had to be done. Now we can go in and we can look at, like, Mo Wagner and a second round pick. What can that get us? I do think we're pretty close to being able to just start simming and see what happens. And then maybe, you know, check around the deadline and see what's going on around the league and see if there's anybody that we can target. I don't hate this. Corey Kispert to run some backup. We'll do that. Now what's that looking like? Yeah, that actually helps, because we didn't really have a good backup small forward. Now our power forward situation is not the greatest in the world, because Jabari Walker's our backup power forward, so we could use another power forward. We got a buttload of, what can we get for Pelly Larson and Johnny Juzang together? Can we get something like a center or a power forward? Doesn't even have to be that great, just somebody who can just be there if we need them. Here we go, 2 first round picks. I love that. So now we got 2 tradable first round picks. Now we can throw, like, what can Miles Bridges in a first round pick do for us? Anything worth it. Anything worth it at all. You know, we could get crazy and we could throw Dame in a first round pick in the trade finder and see what happens. Let's do it. Let's throw Dame. We're going to throw Dame and a first round pick, maybe even 2 first round picks. Dame and 2 first round picks in the trade finder. See if anything crazy pops up. See, like Trae Young and Clint Capella. I actually might like that. Devin Booker. I mean, do we go get Devin Booker? I mean, Dame is technically, his overall is better. I kind of feel like the Trae and Clint Capella thing might actually be worth it, but let me look at my centers again, because I don't remember who I have. I mean, I don't really need Clint Capella. What about Tyler Hero in a first? Tyler Hero in a first. Get us something good. Get us something worth it. See, like right there, dude, I could bring in Tyrese Maxey and Yabusele, and then I can Tyrese Maxey as a backup point guard would be insane. OG Anunoby, Darius Garland, then we can move Darius Garland to the 2, but that's not really worth it in my opinion. See, none of these are just like, none of these are jumping out at me like, oh my gosh, you have to do this trade. Now, like this one is interesting. Nick Richards, and then I can make Devin Booker the 2, and then Devin Booker and Damian Lillard as my 1 and 2. I kind of like that. I'm gonna have to go find another center, but Damian Lillard and Devin Booker on the same team, I'll take that any day of the week. All right, so after several trades that we've made, we are looking like Damian Lillard, Spencer Dinwiddie, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Taurean Prince, Johnny Juzang, Brandon Miller, Corey Kispert, John Collins, Jabari Walker, Walker Kessler, Nick Richards. I don't love the Nick Richards or the Jabari Walker as the backup bigs. I think we probably need to try and find a big. What's out there for Brandon Miller in a first? We can't trade that. Can't trade that. Can't trade that. Gosh. Okay, what's out there for Brandon Miller and a second? Is there anything worth it out there for Brandon Miller and a second? See, like, I don't hate this. Also don't hate that. Really don't hate that. And that actually hits on both of the positions that we need. But we'd have to give up Corey Kispert, so then we'd have to go find another small forward. But trade number 3 is in my head. Trade number 3 is definitely in my head. They'd give us both of their bigs. Okay, this is too good to be true. They're just going to give us Alfred Sengun basically for Brandon Miller straight up. So now what we can do is we can go over to centers. We can trade. Let's just throw Nick Richards in the trade finder, get something for him, even if it's just like picks or something. I don't really care. Gershon Yabusele. I almost totally butchered that name, but there we go. Our lineup looks like Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, Miles Bridges, John Collins, Alfred Sengun, Walker Kessler off the bench, Corey Kispert off the bench, Gershon Yabusele off the bench, Spencer Dinwiddie off the bench. We could just run a 9-man rotation here. I think we just run a 9-man rotation and just run it and see what happens. I think we're ready to start simming. So I'm gonna simulate to the deadline, and then I'll see you there. All right, well, here we are at the deadline, and I don't understand it, but somehow we're a 500 team. Let's go take a look around the league and see if anybody is selling. Actually, first of all, let's go look at our player stats and see who is absolutely selling for our team. I mean, it looks like the guys we would expect to be doing good are doing good. Is it the bench? Like, is the bench too weak? I don't know. I mean, we are in the Western Conference, and so Western Conference is a little bit tougher. We're 500, so we're still going to make the play-in at this point. But let's go look around the league and see if any teams are selling and if we can take advantage of that. Okay, so the Bulls are selling. Do the Bulls have anything worth it, though? I don't really think that they do. I mean, Josh Giddey wouldn't be bad to have as a backup point guard. But I don't know what I'd have to give up. I don't know that I have the assets to give up to get Josh Giddey to be my backup point guard. So Bulls don't have anything worth it. Miami is selling. Miami is selling. Could we potentially get DeJounte Murray or Bam Adebayo? Let's go talk to the Heat. Let's try to put a trade together with the Heat. And then we'll throw in all these picks that we actually can trade. I keep forgetting which picks it is. Pelicans pick. Suns pick. All right, sick. Now we definitely need a backup point guard because we don't have one. Let's see what's out there for Derrick Rose. Maybe somebody's willing to give us some picks for Derrick Rose that then we can trade. We can flip those picks. That's the name of the game. Get assets and flip them. That's all you got to do. Is get assets and flip them. See, like Tyus Jones? Tyus Jones is an improvement. Yeah, we're going to go get Spencer Dinwiddie back. And then we're going to take Spencer Dinwiddie and we're going to see what we can get for Spencer Dinwiddie. Because that's the name of the game, is get assets and flip them. You already know this. If I don't love it, I'm not doing it. That's what I'm telling myself. And I can't trade any of these. If I don't love it, I'm not doing it. That's what I got to keep reminding myself of here. If I'm not in love with it, it's not worth it. Okay, I think our best option here is maybe just hold on to Spencer Dinwiddie. I think the best option here might be to just hold on to Spencer Dinwiddie and maybe see what's out there for some other pieces. Like, I mean, I feel like did our team get better by adding Bam? Like, did we actually get better? Because we still don't really have a backup shooting guard. What can we give for Taurean Prince? Somebody give me some picks for Taurean Prince. Just anything. Okay, but here's Kenrich Williams and a first round pick. So we'll take that. 2 first round picks. Right there. Boom. What are we looking like in terms of overalls here? Okay, so if we do Miles Bridges and these 2 first round picks, I'm doing trade number 3, dude. I'm doing trade number 3. I'm moving Josh Giddey to the 3. and y'all are about to see why. You move him to the 3, he becomes an 87 overall. 87. Did we get better? I think we got better. Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, Josh Giddey, Bam Adebayo, Alfred Sengun, Kobe White, Walker Kessler, Jordan Clarkson, Corey Kispert, Spencer Dinwiddie. You know what? Screw it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Is it a mistake? Probably. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think Darius Garland is a better facilitator, and I think Devin Booker needs a facilitator rather than a scorer at the 1. Do I absolutely love it? No, I don't. Do I think it's good enough to win a championship? Not really. But we're going to simulate nonetheless, and I'll see you at the end of the season. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the end of the season. Victor Wembanyama wins Player of the Year. Jared McCain, Rookie of the Year. Sixth man goes to Russell Westbrook. DPOY goes to Wembanyama. Most Improved goes to Josh Giddey, so that's cool. We got Executive of the Year. We did end the year 48-34, which was good enough for the 7 seed. Here's your All NBA teams. If you care about that, you can pause. I don't really care. We were the 7 seed, so we actually ended up being the 6 seed, so that's cool. So we don't have to worry about the play-in. So we're going to go ahead and simulate the play-in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go up to coaching, not system proficiency. Joshua, click the right buttons. We're going to go over here. We're going to shorten the rotation for the playoffs. It looks like we have an injury. Oh, nope. Spencer Dinwiddie just lost all of his PT. So sorry, dude. 9-man rotation for the playoffs. And I kind of want Darius Garland playing more minutes. 9-man rotation for the playoffs. We did go on a crazy tear there in the second half of the year. Not good enough to get us above a 6 seed, but it is what it is. Game 1 we win. Oh, I guess I could show you who Minnesota is even running out on the floor right now. So Minnesota is running Rob Dillingham, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, Naz Reid. Basically their lineup this year. We take game 1, they take game 2, we take game 3, they take game 4. We got a back and forth here. They take game 5. All right, here we go. All right, that's super weird. We're having a bit of camera issues, but we press on nonetheless. All right, our boys take an early lead here in the first quarter. We're going to fast sim some of this. We're playing pretty well. Getting a little closer than I would like here around halftime, but that's okay. Come on, do something. Keep up the pressure. Keep up the pressure. We need Devin Booker to actually play super well. Like, we need Devin Booker to turn into prime Kobe is what we need. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's what we need. Can we steal the game on our home floor? Oh, it's close. It's too close. It's too close. It's too close. You know what we're going to do? You already know what we're going to do. Last 2 minutes, we're going to jump in. Don't worry. We're not going to play the game. We're just going to simply watch the game. That's all we're going to do. We're going to go right over here, choose sides, back to the middle, and we are going to watch this game play out. Looks like we got Sengun, Kessler, Giddey, Booker, and Kobe White all on the floor. This team, when you look at the roster, when you look at how it's stacked up, just top to bottom, should be good enough to beat any team out there. For some reason, we're not. I don't get it. Looks like Devin Booker's running our 1 here, which I'm okay with. Maybe he's not. Maybe Kobe White's running the 1. Setting up a little ISO action against Anthony Edwards. I don't love it. Anthony Edwards versus Devin Booker. ISO, I think I take Anthony Edwards defense. Yeah. All right, well, we are still up by 3. We got to get a stop here. Anthony Edwards, let's hope he doesn't turn into Michael Jordan. Looks like he's calling his own number, same as Devin Booker just did. Little pick action. Trying to get downhill. Don't let him pull up in the mid-range. Don't let him pull up in the mid-range. Yeah, we want Naz Reid with a grenade. That's what we want. That's what we want. Well, I would love to see Damian Lillard on the floor right now, but... All right, Kobe White. And 1. You love to see it. You love to see it. Skip the replay. It won't let me skip the replay. And 1. I love that out of Kobe White. Let's be honest. I did not expect Kobe White to be like the hero of this game, but here we are nonetheless. Knock down your free throw, go get a stop. We got a minute and a half, and we can force a game 7. Now it looks like Kobe White has switched on to Anthony Edwards, which I don't love. Yo, I just said Damian Lillard, and I completely forgot that we traded Damian Lillard for Darius Garland. That's how much I do these freaking rebuild videos, is I don't even remember who's on my stinking team. Naz Reid knocks it down with a hand in his face. 3-point lead with a minute to go. Looks like Josh Giddey's going to be running the offense for us, which I don't hate it, but Jaden McDaniels is kind of clamps. So maybe we want Darius Garland with the ball. I mean, just a thought. Bam in the corner. If Josh Giddey could shoot. Yeah, he should have taken that to the cup. I don't love this lineup that we're running right now, to be honest with you. I don't know why Devin Booker's not on the floor. It's the final minute of the game, of an elimination game, and Devin Booker's not on the floor. Our best player is sitting on the bench right now. Big board, big stop. No need to get in a rush here, Kobe. No need to get in a rush. And of course, we're going to try to get in a rush and score anyway. Don't need to. Kick it out. There you go. Okay. Josh Giddey blows a layup. Look, I love Josh Giddey as much as the next guy, but Jaden McDaniels with a grenade to win or to tie the game, I love that. I love that. All right, GG's. We go on to game 7. We go on to game 7, and you already know we're simcasting game 7. Back and forth through the first quarter. We kind of pull away here in the second quarter. Third quarter, we're pulling away some more. Fourth quarter, I mean, it's looking like we're going to take this one. We're not even going to have to jump into this one. Game 7 is ours. We put up 136 on their heads. Darius Garland with 35 and 12. That's why we brought him here. Now we take on Dallas in the second round. And if I remember correctly, Dallas probably still has Luka. No, it looks like they don't. Okay, never mind. Roster actually updated. That's cool. So yeah, I think we're better. I mean, it's Kyrie and AD, so like you can never be certain, but I think we're better. They win game 1, we win game 2, we win game 3, we win game 4, they win game 5, we win game 6. We are on to the conference finals. Who are we going to take on? We are taking on Wemby and the Spurs. Let's see who they're running out here with Wemby. They got De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, and Wemby. Not going to lie, this team kind of scares me, but I still think we're better. Just objectively, I think we're better. And again, Devin Booker's never proved to me that he can be the guy in the playoffs, but I'm trusting him to be the guy. We lose game 1. We lose game 2. We lose game 3. Simcast this elimination game. I don't have high hopes. So far we're fighting on our home floor. I love to see it. End of the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead, and we lost. All right, well, we got eliminated. We tried to bring glory to St. Louis in their first year, tried to rebuild this entire team in the first year, and it just did not work. Wemby wins Western Conference Finals MVP. Evan Mobley wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP, even though they lost, so that's cool. Spurs end up winning it. Wemby wins Finals MVP. There you have it, folks. What would happen if St. Louis brought in a team and hired me as the GM? We would get swept in the Western Conference Finals by Victor Wembanyama. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.